No one expected that in the midst of the global fashion frenzy, one moment would create an extraordinary stir. Jin, the eldest member of BTS who had long been unheard of in the global fashion scene, suddenly appeared alongside Jungkook at Calvin Klein's latest grand event. This unexpected appearance immediately sparked a major question. Is this a sign of a new era in Korean fashion industry strategy? Or is it a strong signal of a major shift in the career direction of two of K-pop's biggest icons? Suddenly, the spotlight that was previously solely on Jungkook as Calvin Klein's global ambassador was dramatically split when Jin stepped in, wearing a classic cut black suit with minimalist accents, contrasting Jungkook's edgy style. In an instant, the entire stage atmosphere changed. Cameras spun wildly, the crowd screamed, and the media rushed to capture the historic moment. More than just an appearance, Jin's presence sparked widespread speculation. Many fashion industry observers saw this as a strategic move by Calvin Klein to bring in a figure long associated with an elegant and calm image to complement the explosive energy brought by Jungkook. This combination was not only visually surprising but also opened new space in global marketing strategies of major brands toward more mature K-pop figures. Is this a one-time collaboration? Or is it the beginning of Jin taking a more active role on the international fashion stage, following in the footsteps of his bandmate? Although there has been no direct confirmation, public reaction has already shown that this move successfully captured attention. Social media heated up. Various platforms were filled with speculation, fashion style analysis, even decoding the small symbols from their gestures at the event. Interestingly, the timing of Jin's appearance felt very deliberate. The event was not just a presentation of the new season's collection, but also served as a celebration of Calvin Klein's collaboration with Jungkook that has lasted nearly 2 years. In the midst of that celebratory atmosphere, Jin appeared like an honored guest whose presence added symbolic weight. That BTS, even during a group activity hiatus, continues to move as a collective force on the global stage. Fans, especially ARMY, reacted strongly. Many could not hide their shock at Jin's appearance, who has been known to be more reserved when it comes to fashion endorsements. "We never imagined Jin would walk alongside Jungkook at an event like this," wrote one fan. "This is not just a surprise. This is a statement that BTS is not over." Visually, their appearances were truly contrasting yet complementary. Jungkook appeared in an iconic denim jacket without a shirt, highlighting his artistic tattoos and his distinct rock star aura. Meanwhile, Jin offered a contrasting tone, a clean face, calm posture, and an outfit reflecting understated luxury. This combination is not just about fashion, but a visual narrative of duality, growth, and maturity. Behind the scenes, rumors circulated that the meeting was secretly planned by Calvin Klein's creative team. Some sources claimed that the idea of pairing Jin and Jungkook came from the desire to create a monumental moment that would be remembered in the history of Korean fashion. It's no exaggeration to say that this is not just a campaign, but a declaration of BTS's position in the current global pop culture and industry landscape. The domino effect of this moment was felt immediately. Related hashtags topped trends in various countries, although this article will not mention them. International news outlets that previously focused only on Jungkook began to discuss Jin's potential in the fashion industry. Many predicted that other luxury brands are now closely watching to see if this is a sign that Jin is ready to enter the endorsement arena more aggressively. For fans, this moment is more than just a surprise. It is a reminder that BTS, both as individuals and as a group, still control their narrative with precision and high impact. Amidst the uncertainty of the entertainment industry and the barrage of manipulative issues that often surround celebrities, Jin's appearance at this event felt like a highly calculated and successful maneuver. Many interpreted their appearance as a silent statement that even though the members are currently pursuing individual paths, the connection between them remains intact. With Jin and Jungkook sharing the stage at an international event, the public is reminded that BTS's power does not lie solely in their physical togetherness, but also in their individually reinforcing impact. But the most surprising response came from the non-K-pop audience present at the event. Many in Western fashion circles admitted they were not ready to witness two Korean pop figures with different yet complementary auras standing in one frame. It was like watching two legends from different timelines meeting in one point, wrote a fashion journalist from Milan. If this truly marks the beginning of more collaborations between Jin and Jungkook on the international stage, then Calvin Klein may have opened a new chapter in the history of K-pop's integration into the global fashion industry. But until that happens, one thing is certain. This surprise has reaffirmed that no one can truly predict BTS's next move. Now the question is, was this merely a one-time exclusive appearance, or the beginning of a larger visual alliance? And even further, will more BTS members follow suit? Amid the noisy and ever-changing fashion world, only time and their next steps will tell. But one thing is clear, the world has not finished being astonished by BTS. Yet, behind the camera flashes and the fans' cheers, one big question arises and disturbs some circles. Was Jin's appearance alongside Jungkook at the Calvin Klein event truly real, or was it merely part of a media narrative deliberately constructed to create a certain illusion? Along with the rapid flow of information from various digital platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and fan community forums, we are all faced with the reality that not everything seen or heard is absolute truth. This phenomenon opens a broader and deeper discussion space about the boundary between fact and fabrication in the modern entertainment industry. In the case of Jin's appearance that was described as sudden and full of surprise, was he truly physically present there, or merely part of a visual marketing strategy developed with advanced digital technology, such as footage merging or sophisticated visual editing? These questions are not meant to doubt the credibility of fans or their enthusiasm in sharing information. On the contrary, this is an invitation to be more reflective in responding to every viral event. Considering that the sources of information forming the basis of this news come from various social media with varying validity, shouldn't we ask, are we being consumers of information or victims of a narrative construction curated to create a certain effect? Various fan accounts on Twitter have spread photos and videos claiming that Jin was seen standing next to Jungkook at the red carpet event. However, many netizens have questioned the authenticity of that visual material. Some suspect the footage was modified, and some even speculate that Jin's appearance was merely CGI, computer-generated imagery, or old stock edited anew. If that is true, why and for whom was this narrative built? We also must consider the possibility that the shock we felt was the result of subtle psychological conditioning. Low-quality photos, blurry videos, emotional testimonies, and a delivery style that corners the public into quickly believing. Doesn't this show how easily public opinion can be manipulated? Doesn't this sound an alarm that in this digital age, reality and illusion are becoming increasingly hard to distinguish? Let's reflect more deeply. Are we, as viewers, critical enough to distinguish between an organic surprise and a constructed one? Is it possible that in our collective excitement welcoming Jin's appearance, we are ignoring larger manipulation signals? Did Calvin Klein and BTS's agency really give a pure surprise? Or is this just one part of a global promotional scheme emotionally packaged to drive engagement? Some fans also stated that there is no official documentation from major fashion media explicitly naming Jin as an official guest. If so, where did the source of his presence first emerge? And why were only certain platforms spreading the news? Does this suggest an effort to test public reaction before an official announcement is made? Or perhaps we are facing a social experiment where the public becomes the subject of a broader narrative scenario. One thing we need to realize is how such news spreads very quickly, even before in-depth verification. When a 15-second TikTok video or an incomplete Twitter clip becomes the main reference for the public in shaping perception, the space for reflection narrows. We begin to judge based on momentary emotions, not logic or verification. And when facts are defeated by the speed of virality, who truly controls the truth? Is it possible this narrative was deliberately blown up to divert public attention from other, more substantial issues? For example, regarding the individual agendas of BTS members, or the new direction of the Korean entertainment industry that is increasingly oriented toward capitalizing on visual popularity. And if that's true, how far are we willing to be involved in that game? We are not asserting that Jin's presence is a lie, but we invite readers to approach it with open questions. Of course, we all want to believe that two major stars like Jungkook and Jin stood united on an international grand stage.